Hey, what's up? It's Ace Micheals and the Ace Micheals Show. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being part of our experience. And if you ever want to be on the show, we'd love to have you. All you have to do is just send us a message and say, hey, I'd like to be on the show. I'd like to talk about warts. Who knows? And we will put you on. We can talk about that. I always say the best way to get it off your chest is come on board and be a guest. Anyway,
Yeah.
today my guest, she's been with us before. She is looking fabulously radiant, more than ever today. Welcome back to the show, AMIE Britiel. How are
Thank
you doing,
you.
AMIE?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and you've got a little person there with you.
I do. Bundle of joy.
Okay, so tell us the story there. I mean, not the whole story. We get part of the story we can figure out on our own. But what's going on there?
Well, I'm obviously currently expecting, and I just feel like I want to help these ladies that are struggling, to keep, you know, the extra weight off, and just to tell them that, eating healthily and exercising isn't dangerous. And if anything, it's beneficial for you and the baby. And they don't realize it. They think, even if you pick up like a small weight in the gym, or if you're just like, if you say the word, you've got to eat healthy to keep, the weight off. They're like, oh, I don't know about that.
Hmm.
Like, that saying, well, you're eating for two. Well, that's not the case. That is just a myth. You're not eating for two. Obviously, the baby is going to grow, but you need to think of the baby and get some nutrients and plenty of fluid flowing through the body for you and the baby. And not only that, it helps your hormones as well. Eating healthy is going to make you feel better in yourself. It's going to make you feel more happier. And especially if you're going to do a little bit of exercise. If you're just starting, then consult your doctor, especially if you've got like medical conditions. Like myself, I'm epileptic. So I have been to see the doctor, I've consulted them, I've told them my conditions and my past experience with my pregnancies, where I just ate whatever I wanted, didn't exercise whatsoever.
Hmm.
And now in this pregnancy, I feel like I've got it in the bag. I feel stronger mentally, physically, you name it. And yes, you're going to get like people saying, oh, be careful, because that's natural, because they're caring for you and the baby. Um, but it helps like your body prepare for birth, and it makes it a lot easier. And with us pregnant ladies, we need plenty of fiber, because you're taking folic acid, and that makes you, I know people are not going to like this, but it does make you constipated. So you need plenty of fiber. You need to drink plenty of fluid just to push it down and to help, the bowels going and moving. And I know this, I know a lot about this, because my son struggles with going to the toilet, and because of his disabilities. And they have spoken to me about, the bowels and different types of poos, which yes, people aren't gonna like that, but it's the truth. So you need to drink plenty of fluids, plenty of fiber, not too much fiber. You've got to balance it out. You know, I love my fruit and I eat plenty of rice, plenty of fiber, and you know, this time round, I'm not having no issues and I can't complain. Whereas before I was eating whatever I liked and I was struggling and I was wondering why. And going back to the hormones, I was feeling sluggish. I was feeling tired all the time. I didn't want to get up. And I do so much walking this time round. It's unreal. Like, I don't even want to sit down. And then when I do sit down, I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit tired. And don't get me wrong, I love a little cat nap, but I don't feel as tired as I was in previous pregnancies, because I'm taking vitamins also as well. And I feel like I got control over my hormones as well. Whereas before I would just be lashing out, really moody and really like, just like can't control myself. Like, you know, like roid rage, really.
Oh,
But
wow.
not that bad. But you would know what I'm saying. And I feel like I've got control over everything, you know. I'm out with the children, you know, I'm working out. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym
Mm.
and I'll do a class. And after I feel like, yeah, I've accomplished loads of things. And because I've been working out for so many years, as you know, my body is used to it. So if you're just starting and you're in your early pregnancies or even halfway through, you can start. You can start at any time of exercising. Just consult your doctor, and I'm sure they'll be fine because keeping active is going to keep everything flowing and is really good for the baby. And recent studies show that if you keep active and you exercise, your baby is less likely to have diabetes and high blood pressure. So I've done a lot of researching and everything like that to make sure everything is safe. And you have to listen to your body. If your body is tired, just rest it out. There's nothing wrong with that. If you feel like you've got more to give, then give it. Don't be afraid to. And, you know, don't listen to the people that go, oh, you can't do this, because they don't know anything. You don't know, they don't know that you've been talking to all the doctors, the hospitals. They don't know that they know that. But do listen to your body. If you are tired and you feel drained, rest it out, because tomorrow's a new day and you can start over. And now the 6 weeks holidays is coming up. I'm going to be doing like home workouts. And do you know what? I'm not afraid that I'm only going to be going once a week instead of like 3 times a week, because I know that I'm going to be going back to the gym. And when the baby's born, you've got to give your body a rest also, so it can put things back together in your body. Because if you go straight into it, then you will damage something. But you have to, I have to keep on telling myself this, because I do love exercise, but it is so important to give your body a rest before you go back into weightlifting and doing any form of, you know, heavy weightlifting. I'm doing weightlifting now,
Mm.
and I love doing it, but I won't push myself. If I know I can't lift it, I'll be like, no, that's a no-go, because I could damage something. But I am always, always careful in what I do. And also carbs as well gives you energy. So don't be afraid to eat carbs. Like if you want to eat healthy during pregnancy, you can still eat your carbs because carbs give you energy. And I do love my carbs, and I do love cooking homemade food for me and the children, and I'll keep doing it. So that's what I want to say. So if any women out there want some tips, then please don't be afraid to come to me and ask for ideas. Don't go paying APT just to tell you what to eat, which is like 40–50 pounds. Just come to me. It's a bit of common sense. It is easy to do, eat healthily, you know, because you're going to give your baby so much goodness. And I'm telling you now, in this hot weather, protein shakes are the best. They're so refreshing, and drinking plenty of water. I can't say it enough. You need to keep on drinking your water, because you're going to get dehydrated and you will be so tired. But honestly,
So
exercise,
Amy, so,
plenty of food is the best.
so Amy, you're recommending a solid diet during your pregnancy, and you mentioned exercise. Are there certain exercises that you think are the best ones for pregnant women to do?
Yes, I do. Squatting is very good for the pelvic, because that's the one that prepares you for birth. So then when you've done so many squats and you use the ball as well, bouncing on the ball is very good during pregnancy. You can be on there for like a couple of minutes a day where you're just like bouncing on the ball, and that will help the pelvic so much. And that is something that I've been doing, and just doing like hip circles on the ball, because you will notice that if you've struggled in the past with this ball, by doing this every single day, you will notice that it's a lot easier when you give birth.
Okay. Now, given that I'm a guy and I will never experience carrying a baby in me, I've always wondered, does your body feel different? It just has a baby in it, or does it feel like a new, completely different body with a baby in it?
It does feel a little bit different. You feel heavy. I gotta admit, you do. You feel heavy. And sometimes, like, you see these women, they're walking around and they're just walking like a duck. You know, some of them, they've only got like small bumps and they're walking like a duck. And I'm like, why do you look like that you need to go to the toilet? That's my way. That's what they look like. But some of them, in fairness, they're huge, and no wonder they can't walk properly, because they are carrying a load. And that, I think they're carrying a load maybe because they're just eating what they like, or they could be having triplets. I don't know. but it is hard because you do get a lot of back pain during pregnancy as well. And I mean, that's something that I've been suffering with, because he's always low. That's why I'm suffering from the back pain. And also doing loads of stretches and a bit of yoga will help that back pain. And also getting a nice soft strap to go around the stomach and the lower back will ease that pain. And you have to have like good posture a lot of the time. I forget it myself. I talk about posture and then suddenly I'm like this, hunched back, and I'm like, oh, I should be sat up upright, because that helps the back pain also. And you can get massages as well. They just have to be, not intense. Obviously they will know because they've had experience, so they know what you can and can't have. But I recommend ladies getting a pregnancy pillow, which I have had to get to help me sleep in the night. And that has been an absolute godsend. It's like in the shape of a V. And I just snuggle up to it. I honestly do. It's like it's a person. I go into bed and I'm like, oh, come here, and I wrap my legs around it, and I'm on my side, and then I'm out as then, and that's the best thing that I've bought during pregnancy. I wish I invested in it like years ago when I had my kids.
Wow. So just a question about sleeping. It seems like you could sleep on your back, you can sleep on your side, but when you're pregnant, for those 9 months, you never can sleep on your stomach, right?
No, you can't.
So you just get used to side and back.
Yeah.
Standing up. You know?
Half of the time I can sleep standing up because I've been so drained out with a son. I mean, another thing, do not forget to put your sunscreen on.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because I was at sports day, I was there in an hour in total, which doesn't seem long, but I could feel myself burning.
Right.
And I put sunscreen in all the rest of the kids, and myself, I completely forgot, and I burnt. I was like a lobster. I mean, I don't usually catch so much, but when I came back, I had blisters on my chest. I caught everywhere on my face, and everyone was saying, oh, that has to be because your skin is sensitive during pregnancy because of the hormones changing. I mean, I was so sore. So don't forget to put the sunscreen on.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Now, during the pregnancy, are you more apt to take a bath or a shower, or both? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. No. As long as you're not gonna slip. Either way, you've got to get in the shower and in the bath the kind of same way. I suppose majority of women would love a bath because they would love to lie down on their back and just sit back and relax. Whereas me, I have to go in my shower because the bath that I do have is for my disabled son, and it only goes up to a certain temperature, so it's like lukewarm. I know, like in this heat, you want to. Some people, I don't know if they want a boiling hot bath or a hot bath, but it's literally like lukewarm and it'll go cold really quickly, and that will also heal the back as well. So
And what about bath additives? Like, would you add any like Epsom salts or oils or anything that when you're not pregnant, those things supposedly feel very good and they help you. But when you're pregnant, it's a different thing. You know, you got to kind of treat your body with a little bit more delicacy because
yeah,
of what you're doing inside.
I would read the instructions on the Epsom salts, because usually like athletic people use them for their muscles and stuff. So I would look on the back with them, but you can get certain oils, especially for pregnant women, to relax. I think oils and bubble baths will be fine, but with Epsom salts, because it sucks out a few things from in your body, and it cleanses your body. So I would be extra careful with the Epsom salts.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, are you taking prenatal vitamins while you're doing all of your exercising and food dieting as well, or are you doing completely all natural with no prenatal vitamins?
I'm taking vitamins, pregnancy vitamins, and I'm eating absolutely normal. I'm not dieting because I don't diet. I don't like the word diet. I've always said that. Like I would say a diet is what a bodybuilder would do.
Mm-hmm.
Where they cut back and they go proper clean. They don't have, you know, carbs. They don't even have like sauce. I don't do that. I could not do that. Like today, I was like, I bought my kids like a picnic, and they didn't have the quiche, or my son left the cake, and I was like, I'm not leaving that. I'm gonna eat that. I felt like my body needed it, because if it's craving something after, like I've had a piece of fruit, which normally will take away the sugar cravings, if you're still craving sugar, then your body is telling you that you need a little bit of sugar. And I totally believe that was right, because it gave me a little bit more energy. And then, you know, because I do like work out a lot and I'm always on my feet. So I think I needed that extra bit to keep me going through the day.
Now, speaking of that, you know, I know that you work out a lot. Do you get enough rest? Do you find yourself needing more sleep during pregnancy or less sleep?
A cat nap, I would call it. I'll have a cat nap. Obviously, I make sure like um my eldest are inside and I'm like snuggling up with my little ones.
Yeah, and so what do you take a couple of cat naps a day?
Not a couple, just one, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
And majority of the time, my daughter's got her blankie there. She's like this. I'm cuddling up with her, and my son is watching the cartoons, and I'm like, oh, I'll have a little quick cat nap. And sometimes I close my eyes and I can't even have a cat nap. I'm just, they call it rest in the eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Now, there's one thing that I've noticed that is a little bit interesting is that you're in the fashion industry. I know this is a little bit of a change of topic, but you know, you're a model, you're professional. And a lot of women that I've seen when they're pregnant, they're not wearing makeup and gloss and lips. But you are. What are your thoughts on that? When you're pregnant, makeup okay, not okay, sometimes?
Oh, yeah, I think it's fine. You know, if you're like me and you work out, you know, a lot, and you're in your gym gear a lot, you know, what's wrong with, you know, wanting to glam yourself up, make yourself feel, you know, human again, make yourself feel like, for once, I'm not exercising, you know, and feeling a bit more yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all.
Mm-hmm. That's fabulous. So the help that you've given us today, I'm sure a lot of people are going to get some good takeaways from this. Do you have any one particular thing that you think strongly, ladies, listen, if you get nothing else from this today, this is the advice that AMIE wants you to know.
If you don't want to be going to the gym because you think that it's going to be extreme for you, at least try, you know, at least think of the baby, at least try and get some good food in, and please keep hydrated and keep moving, because that is gonna keep you and your hormones and your baby happy. Just remember the saying, if you're happy, your baby is happy.
Hey, I can't end the show on a stronger note than that. That's great. And AMIE, how do we reach you on social media if we want to follow you now?
Well, if you want to reach me on Instagram, I am AMIE BRITEL. I'm also on Facebook as well. And I've got a keep active dance group, which is called AMIE Dance App. So if you want to get some tips on there with my dancing or any type of exercise and my food, it's AMOS Dance Apps. And you can also get through to me on Facebook through AMIE Dance Apps as well.
AMIE, you have had a really fabulous life. You've shared a lot with us over this couple of years that we've been doing this show. If I ask you this question, if you could take a second, think about, what would you like your legacy to be? When people talk about you, they say, oh, AMIE is ...
I would love to think that I'm inspirational to other people. You know, I don't want to get, you know, money from it. You know, I just love helping people, and I do it for free any day, because there's people struggling with, you know, not a lot of money, especially with things going up, petrol going up, bills going up. I would love to help anyone. And I don't want people to be afraid to just give me a message, you know, because they think, I don't know, should I message her or not? You know, why pay people when they can come to me and just get some tips from me? Fair enough, if they want to go to a personal PT for exercise, I can understand that because they're being careful. But with like just food tips and just asking what I do to keep active, just small things like that. As I said from the beginning, please consult your doctor if you want to, you know, try exercise, and get advice from them as well. So if you're anywhere in the country, please do not be afraid to just give me a message.
Excellent. And you know what? That's the end of this show. We're out of time. You know what I say at the end of the show? I always mean it. Live the life you love. Love the life you live. And guys, this is the show, not the rehearsal. Thank you.